that when you're from heart-wise and through presence, you feel it. And yesterday I had a conversation with a lovely lady in Orlando, and it happens because she's changed her job now, that the only time is 5 p.m. my time, 1 p.m. midday for her on a lunch. And so she just picked up the call as she was walking to the car, and she said, well, I'll just get I can go in the car, and then I'll go to my home, and then we'll speak. And I said, oh, why not take me for a walk with your phone? So she turned the camera outside, and then we walked together, right? Listen to my language. We walked together.
Yes.
Round the lake. So the lake was on the left, right into the centre of the village. And then she went into a shop to get something, and then she came out, and then we walked all the way back. And as we arrived in the village, as we walked up the steps, I thought it was a coffee shop on the right. And I had this feeling of, oh, wonderful. Listen to it. We were about to have a coffee together. That's how connected it felt. And it was, even now I'm smiling because it's only happened, I think, 2 or 3 times where I've been on a journey with someone.
Wow.
But it was perfect. I was talking to Charlotte, about recording, because when she's a very, very wise woman, she knows lots of things from a wide variety of areas, but she's able to sort of pull things together and also looks at them from different perspectives. And we were talking about that, and we were just pondering whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, and at what time can you do it? If it's very early in a conversation, maybe not, or a relationship. But as time progresses, like ours, I don't even think it's on.
No, not at all.
I'm pretty sure I never check in or check out, not check out, sense of what I'm saying. It just, whatever comes. So
it's beautiful because you, as the listener, in addition, that's why you don't check, because you're used to listen, to be in the present moment, to listen, no, from the heart. So whatever comes out of your mouth really comes out of your heart, because you are present. So it doesn't matter what we are speaking or sharing, because it's always going to be okay, and it comes from the heart.
I like that. So that if you're, in fact, there was a post today where somebody was talking about, what's his name? Jonathan something. He's written a book called, let me get it so you can see it.
Nice.
Start recording and then I go off camera. So it's a guy called Jonathan Fisher, and that's his book. And he's a cardiologist. And
nice.
one of the things on the back, he said, our hearts are aching physically, emotionally, socially, and spiritually. And it's quite a book, quite a thick book. So he comes from a different place. His arrival is from a different place, and yet so many similarities between what you talk about and what he talks about. And in the post he wrote, I saw today, he was talking about, I'm promoting this heart-centered leadership, and some people think it's heart's fine, but it's all that soft stuff. It's not what we expect. And somebody said that they were pondering about, they'd moved from heart-centered to human-centered. And she said, reading his post, whether she could go back to heart-centered. You know, human is one, but I think heart has another meaning with it. Yeah.
Yes.
And therefore, if something is done with pure heart, as I'm saying it, it can only be good.
Yes. That's why I call it true leadership, from the true potential. Because,
Right.
and that's why true leadership is love, uniqueness, and co-creation. But everything comes from within, no? It's a living from the inside out, the leading from the inside out. So from the heart to the
Yeah.
world. But and nothing can go wrong when you lead from the heart, because there's a lot of talking against, let's say, this love, heart, all those words, because when you get into your heart, you really, your true potential comes out. Okay, so that's
Yes.
why your true potential is love. So
Yeah.
uniqueness, your skills, your gifts, everything that you came here to do, to create, your purpose, and co-creation. Because when you are in your heart, there's no competition anymore. There's only
Yeah.
co-creation. No? So it's being pushed
Oh
down
my
because it's
gosh.
so powerful. It's so powerful that whoever doesn't want us to be who we are, because who we are is powerful,
Yep.
it's true potential. So it has to be pushed down for people not to look into their power.
Yeah. Yeah. And so the point I made in my reply was, my sense is that it comes from those who don't like it, comes from a place of fear.
Always.
Because I fear losing to the competition, as you beautifully said, rather than there's enough for us all. And so collaboration.
Yes.
And there's a CEO of a company called Buurtzorg in the Netherlands, which is a community nursing organization. And I think they've got over 10,000, might even be more, the nurses, the best nurse in the region. And they have teams of 11. They're self-supporting and serving. And at the heart of it is the patient. What is it the patient needs? So each morning they don't get a list of all the names of people. Right, I've got to see Jenny. I've got 1 minute to do the dressing, 2 minutes to do that, 1 minute to do that, 1 minute to check out. And then I'm on to Giles, and so on. They actually go in and they have a conversation with them.
Yes, that's the most
Right?
beautiful thing.
And it's the same nurse, wherever possible, that sees them. And therefore, the anxiety of the patient, which are typically older, goes down.
Yes.
And unsurprisingly, they found that the amount of resource that's needed, the medication that's needed, and the time they are with the nurses is much smaller.
Yes, it's
And anyway,
incredible.
the point I was going to make about him, the head office is only 40 people. They don't tell the nurses what to do. They inspire them by trying to encourage them to look at others and sharing the good practices, but there's never any push to say, you must do this.
Yeah.
So one particular group found or realized that in her group of patients, balance was a problem. So they engaged with a yoga teacher to teach the old ones balance.
Yeah.
And it was working, or is
yes,
working. But they don't then go, as a normal organization would be, right, we've got this initiative now. For the next year, we're going to be focusing. So everyone's got to go and employ yoga teachers.
No.
Have a look at it. So they showcase it. Have a look at it. If it resonates and it works, it could work, then try it out. But if it doesn't, no pressure.
Yeah.
And what he did is he wrote a book about what he's doing, and he sent it to his competitors. And he said, I'm very happy if you want to have a conversation with me about it, because ultimately I might not get more business, that's fine, but more patients will be seen
like
better.
who they are.
And looked after. I looked after from the heart.
Yes, because he's serving
Exactly.
others from the heart. So it doesn't
Right.
matter the competition, because there's no competition
There's
anymore.
no competition.
He's serving the people. He's serving those
Correct.
patients wherever they are.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful when you start living from the heart and servicing others through your own experience and your being.
Yeah.
What they did at the hospital, I do with my company, no, because I sit with every one of my employees at least every 2 weeks for half an hour at least, and I just go in, feeling, sensing what they require, and guiding them with what they require, and placing them where it's in the company where they fit the best.
Yes.
So that they can grow, no? And
so they can be their best.
So they can be their best. And that's for me true leadership. Because it's the people are the ones that create the organization. And the people are the ones that are the potential of any organization. If you listen to them and you empower them, the organization grows. And the patience is the same.
And they're more than willing to put that discretionary time into it. Those that are not given that sort of, don't have that sort of relationship, go, well, I work a 9 to 5. At the end of the day, literally, I just put my pen down and I go home. I don't think about it anymore. Whereas those that are empowered, wherever they go, they're thinking. And they come in on the Monday or the whatever day, and they say, Jeannette, I've been thinking, do you think we could do something like this?
Yes.
I saw it, I was in a store and I noticed this, and I thought, wow, I wonder if we could do that.
Yes.
And suddenly we got something new. Look at.
It promotes co-creation, because I get input from everyone saying, I saw this, or we could do it the other way, or Shana, what do you think? Or I decided this. So it's co-creation, because everyone starts living by what they love to create, by being themselves and free, no boundaries, so they can expand and grow in a certain place that maybe no one has thought about that.
Yes.
But they have seen it because they now understand a little bit more about themselves and some values and gifts they have. And they say, I would like also to support you here. No?
Brilliant.
So really it expands. It's expansion.
Does it, when you think this way, does it change the way you approach recruitment and how you recruit people? What are you looking for different things?
Yeah, well, when we look for people, we look for people that have the values, the humbleness, the humility, and you see that when they respond. In addition, this honesty, because transparent, radical transparency is very important in the communication, anywhere where you are, and because it's honesty. So you see in the recruitment process, you see if someone is humble enough to say, I really haven't done that, but I would love to do that. I would love to grow with that. So you see proactivity, and you see someone wanting to grow, and to give, and to take also from others and learn through others. So you see all these values that tell you if someone is more in their hearts than in their mind.
Yes. And so you're able to sense it more through their actions and the way they talk, the words they use, the things they talk about, and all of those things, rather than the performance bit where you have this sort of facade and it's got the checklist and it's this and this, and it's like, well, surely you're going to employ me. It's like, well, no, we don't even know who you are.
Yes.
You just given us this probably beautifully AI'd, curated presentation. But where are you in it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And it has to do, in our case, we really go a lot by intuition. For instance, today in the morning, I had a meeting with I work in the people department. I have a beautiful lady working with me, very intuitive, and values and everything. And she was saying, we just interviewed someone yesterday, and one of the leads wasn't able to come to the meeting, and she said, I share with you what I saw, no? But this person was asking for a lot of money and doesn't have the experience, no? And somehow it didn't show this humbleness of saying, okay, I since I really don't have the experience, it's okay. I would love to work here. I don't know, certain things that you say, and they came to me, and in this case, she came because the other one wasn't able, but because they had a doubt, no, about this.
Right.
And I said, what do you think, Nala? And he said, I don't know, I don't feel it very much, but we don't have anyone else. And I said, don't worry, we are in July. We might need this person September, October. Okay, we don't have to just take someone we are not feeling just because of the time. And she said, yes, it's true. Maybe we have to say no to this so that we get the right person.
Yeah.
So, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to say no because it does. My intuition says it doesn't fit in. So and you have to listen to that.
And also, you're trusting her intuition as well.
Yes, 100%.
If it's not a hell yes, so what are those doubts?
Yes.
Let's look at those.
Yes.
And is there a way around those? But I love what you said, which is, we may not need this person for 2 or 3 months, and there's an awful lot of people out there.
Yeah.
We just haven't found the right one yet. And every time we have the no, we're nearer to the yes.
Yes, that's right. And as you said, the hell yes, we just got someone that we interviewed the first time 1 week ago, and she started yesterday with us because it was a hell yes,
Exactly. You just know.
Yeah.
I remember quite a way back, I was in a small consultancy, and we'd got a letter. Weirdly, we'd got a letter from someone. And so we brought him in to just have a chat, and the two of us, the one of the co-owners and myself, and we sort of asked him a couple of questions, and he went, "Oh, hang on a minute." And so he got his notepad out and he started drawing something, and we both looked at each other and we went, "That was it. We just knew," and we were putting him into a role. Who would need to design workshops and deliver them with a major organization, and we just knew he would do it, and he did a fabulous job. And many times I'd come back with him in the car, and he'd be writing out the proposal, just hand writes the proposal, and he'd go, "That's all we need." So I then type that up, top and tail it, send it out, and I think 9 times out of 10 we won it. He was one of those really, and he's such a good guy. Still a good friend now, after all these years.
Yes.
But you just know. And there's others. And it's like, fine, that's okay. That's okay.
Yes, it's 100% okay.
And I often think that if you've got, let's say, 2 companies. And one of them is very heart-led and the other isn't. That when people leave, let's say you were brought into one of these organizations and you started introducing this heart business, then you're likely to lose a lot of people who don't fit now. And where they're going to go? To the competition. But also you're going to attract people from the competition because now we've got spaces. And those that like that. And so weirdly, when we do something like that, you have a sort of double blow to the competition. You're giving them people we don't need, and we're also taking the people that we need. And we know.
Yeah, it's a small world.
Yeah. And when it's done, to go back to those times the company I was with, our line under the name of the company was Your Future, Your Choice.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking then, sorry, back up, building on what you've said about the leading with the heart. So one of their people, we didn't have many, it was about sort of 6 or 7 of us, and one of their consultants came and he said, look, things have changed for me. I've got an opportunity to join a major organization in a role that I really love.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to him, I'm really sad that you're going to go, because great working with you, etc., etc. However, from the heart, your future, your choice.
Yes.
And
100%.
I wish you every success.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew he'd be successful there. And, he just did things very differently. But it was that bit, so just reminding me then of that we did work a lot from the heart. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why we did so well.
Yes.
We really did engage with people enough that they went, I really like you. Not just me, the others.
The company.
And we really understood them. And I think that this is before I knew about my listening things.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would do the conversation and the listening and the not gentle inquiries of things. And then my colleague, the co-owner, he'd say, so what I think you're saying is this. Dup, 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 dup. So he didn't just repeat like what he just said. He really understood and then interpreted it and then packaged it. And he said, the client at that time said, you've explained that better than I can explain it. That's exactly right. When can you start? Mm-hmm. So a little bit like, hell yes, we'll have some of that, please.
Yes.
And this was, we were a tiny consultancy, and this was, I think it was somebody like Dixon's, that size of organization. And they just said, yes.
Yes. Yes.
And I think it's interesting now I look back, listening was an important part, but I'm wondering how much of my heart was present in those conversations in a positive way. So I think it was. Mm-hmm. And I hadn't, until this conversation, I hadn't really appreciated that.
Yeah. It's when you are, because it's when you are in your heart, and when you are, let's say when you're in your heart, we already said in another episode, another time we spoke, that we are present. No, a present moment. It's really being in your heart.
Yeah.
So when you are there, or to be there,
Yes.
it's easier to get there when you are creating something that you love. So you're very attuned, aligned with yourself.
Yes.
And when you're aligned with yourself, when whatever you express, whatever you create, has a different vibration, because you're creating. So it's really impacting the other person in a different way, because you're saying it from the heart. Yeah. You're saying it with your passion. You're saying it because you believe in that. And you say it with the humbleness and everything and honesty and transparency, everything that being present in your heart and being passionate brings along.
Yeah.
Because you are translating your feelings and explaining and seeing in your mind what you are explaining. No, you're creating, and that's what you are expressing.
Yeah.
So you're inspiring.
And because the words could come from your head, similar, but because they come from the heart, the recipient feels that.
Yes.
They notice that. They may not fully be able to understand why or what is happening, but it's like, yes, hell yes.
Yes.
Whereas your colleague you were referring to earlier, and again, I've no idea, but imagine that she doesn't know about this. I'm sure she does, but let's say she doesn't. She'll just come to you and she'll just go, there was something that didn't land for me. And you go, okay, you've got it, but you don't understand why. And that's fine. So I think there's a lot of that happens, and the recipients particularly, there's something they feel, something they receive, something they get that is probably quite rare, and therefore it feels unusual.
Yes. And our magnetic field from the heart and the energy is much, much, much stronger than the one from the mind. So really, it impacts. People don't know why, but it impacts them in their energy and in their body. They are feeling something because when you are speaking from the heart, vibration is different. Energy is much stronger. Everything is it impacts.
Yeah. So what I'm wondering at this moment now is, if we're speaking from the heart, then and I think being present is an important piece of that. That you can connect with people more deeply over Zoom than you could if you were talking from your head. It feels like you're sort of two distant people talking from your head, and I'm seeing the picture, I'm hearing the words, but there's no connection. That when you're from heart wise and through presence, you feel it. And yesterday I had a conversation with a lovely lady in Orlando, and it happens because she's changed her job now, that the only time is 5 p.m. my time, 1 p.m. midday for her on a lunch. And so she just picked up the call as she was walking to the car, and she said, well, I'll just get in I can go in the car and then I'll go to my home and then we'll speak. And I said, oh, why not take me for a walk with your phone? So she turned the camera on, and then we walked together, right? Listen to my language. We walked together round the lake. So the lake was on the left, right into the centre of the village. And then she went into a shop to get something, and then she came out, and then we walked all the way back. And as we arrived in the village, as we walked up the steps, I thought it was a coffee shop on the right. And I had this feeling of, oh, wonderful. Listen to it. We were about to have a coffee together. That's how connected it felt. And it was, even now I'm smiling because it's only happened, I think, 2 or 3 times where I've been on a journey with someone. Wow. But it was perfect. And I could also, so I said, tell me where you are. What's the lake? So I found it on my phone so I could see, looking down geographically, where we were. And there I was with her. I didn't see much of her, which is fine. I could hear her. Yeah. But it's like walking together. I could be sitting in the car with her. I wouldn't see her, but I'd be sitting outside. We're walking together. I'm not necessarily looking at her, but I'm seeing where we're going. And I felt just drawn into this. And what's time? But there's 5,000, 6,000 miles away.
Yes, incredible.
Just like that.
Yes. So wonderful. And it's by being there with her in that moment, walking.
Yeah. And that's what it felt like. Genuinely felt like I was with her, being with, as we said, being with her.
Yeah. Because that's the power of the being present. No, being present is being in your heart. I don't think you can be present in your mind. I don't know. No, because your mind, if you're in your mind, you're always in the future, in the back, in the right, in the left, everywhere. So in reality, you are not here. When you are in your heart, you're in the present moment. Why? Because automatically when you are in your heart, you are feeling your heart, and the information comes from your heart for your mind to translate. So there's no other way of being than in the now.
So the more we can become present, enables us to drop into our heart.
Yes.
So again, I've not thought about it till this very moment, could getting present be the route from the head to the heart?
For me, yes. Because for me, it's being in the heart and being present is a synonymous. It's the same. Because I cannot be present if I'm in my mind. I cannot be present.
Because I'm thinking too much.
Yes. Then you're somewhere else. You're not present. But if you're in your heart, you are observing your thoughts.
Yeah.
You get into the place of observance of an observer. So you can sometimes. I really, when you're in your heart, not necessarily I listen to the thoughts. I don't listen to the thoughts. I translate from the heart and I speak, but I'm not listening to all the chatter.
Yeah.
But I could, if I'm alone, when I go into the heart, I can observe the thoughts, but from the heart. So it's totally different, because it's really not, the mind and the thoughts are not prevailing, and they are not capable of taking me out of the heart. I'm just observing in the present.
The thoughts feel like whispers.
Yes, they whisper, they're very low.
Yeah. Wow. I'd not thought about that. The presence. Because they often say, the longest journey is from the head to the heart.
Mm-hmm.
And it's quite nebulous, and because some of it is very much is wordless, you can't put words around it. That if you can bring people into the present, and to be present with their presence, then they have to be in their heart.
Yes.
I'm going to play with that. I think that's really cool.
Mm-hmm. It takes practice, but then it's very easy, very simple as everything.
Yes. And the real what's the right word? If you notice that wherever you go, whatever you're doing, that you're present is the name of it. I was going to say the objective, but it's not an objective. It's one which is, the more I can be in my heart, be present wherever I go. So, and minimize the distractions. So unless I need to, when I go to the gym and get my coffee, I don't take my phone, because it's a distraction. Mm-hmm. And therefore I'm more present with what I'm seeing. And in one, there's a park we walk through, and there was pretty sure it's a heron, a big, well, in fact, they turned out to be two, and then they had little ones. Never have noticed it if I'd got my phone.
Yeah.
No. The downside is I couldn't take pictures. But it was locked in. Mm-hmm. Right? I can recall that moment now.
Yes. And it doesn't happen to you that when you take pictures, you don't recall it afterwards. You have to look at the picture, because you weren't in that place. You were taking a picture with the view of the picture, but you're not really seeing it and living it.
Yeah. We were in a Jeep in Kenya. There was about seven of us in it. and the driver, and a black, no, it was a leopard, walked past quite happily, you know, almost like ignoring us within 10 or 15 feet. Every one of us has got a video of it. Nobody saw it.
It's such a pity.
And I said, wouldn't it be better if, I mean, we happen to have this is after my after thinking, we had a professional cameraman on board. Why not say, you take the pictures, we're going to look, we're going to see, we're going to see, right? And trust that you'll take the pictures.
Yes.
And then send them to us. So I've seen it, and I've got the memory that I can share.
Yes.
And I was at a concert on Friday evening, and because all sorts of different reasons, we were in the sound booth part of it, right in the center, right?
Yeah.
So you can see the stage. And then at different times, when there was a particular track that was very popular, all these cameras,
Yes.
these mobile phones, you could just see this sea of lights.
Yes.
I was like, interesting.
Yeah, we're losing because of that, because of the wanting to share, we're losing the experience of the enjoyment and the present moment.
So we do a concert. We're not being at a concert.
Yeah. We are when we let ourselves immerse in it, but as soon as we are there to not enjoying but sharing, taking, filming or so, you're really more looking into the filming and not experiencing the concert or where you are.
Yeah.
So there are many distractions in our world, and it's for us to really observe how it's taking us away from the living and from the being in the heart.
And so I'm imagining this particular scenario. So I'm there, I'm one of the people in the crowd. So my head is telling me to go here and just keep looking and make sure you're getting the right picture. The music is hitting me at the heart.
Yeah.
I'm almost singing along with it and being with it, but I'm constantly being drawn away from that being by just make sure is that in focus? Do I need to zoom it?
Yeah. By being in your mind.
Right. So I'm constantly being distracted from being in the concert.
Yes. Yes. And it happens to us when we have a phone.
Yeah.
And we see it everywhere. The phone, how I observe now how people get so distracted by the phone. But it's okay. I mean, you can have the phone with you, but you don't have to look into the phone. The phone is for a call or for the messages for you when you have the time to look into that and be looking be present, checking the messages. But be present also in the checking of the messages.
Yes.
Don't run and be there, right from the heart, message from through the heart.
Yeah.
Be present in everything you do. Not.
Yeah.
Don't get stressed if you have unread messages.
Yeah.
It's okay. They can wait. Why do we have to respond now?
Yeah.
Because we are being told to respond now, but you have to.
Still choosing.
It's your choice when you are going to respond.
Yeah. And I've noticed that if let's say I'm watching let's say football, and I get a message from my daughter, I start to reply, and I go, hang on, pause the television so that I can be present with the message that I write.
Yes.
And with the predictive that line at the bottom,
the writing.
I could write some of my messages to my daughter using that. But it kind of feels It's not me.
Not you.
I can write the same words, but I've written them from my heart.
Yes.
They travel differently.
Yes. You've written them.
Yeah, I've written them, not they have been written.
Yeah. That makes a lot. And plus, when you send it, yes, different. The sending is different because you have written them. You were there writing them and not just writing them because you have to answer. So really, yes, I have to answer. Yes, okay. Let me write. One thing that I guess it's about you're saying, for me, anything I'm doing, I have to concentrate on the, let's say I cannot cook and speak on the phone because either one I'm not doing right because I focus myself into one thing.
Right.
I cannot juggle many things at the same time because I focus in one thing in the now.
So if you were distracted from your cooking, I know it's a bit of a big ask for a lot of people to think about this, but I think the food will be different. It will taste and feel and sense differently.
Yes, and it will burn.
Yeah,
it
but
can burn.
even if but there's something about that energy that you put in it when you're focused.
Yes.
A friend of mine who's I'm pretty sure he's Hindu. I may be wrong. So he was, when he was younger, probably in his teens, he was invited to come and help serve food at a big gathering of this group. And he arrived, and the head of the food said, "Have you eaten yet?" And he said, No. He said, I'm here to serve," which he genuinely was. And he said, "No, you eat first." And he said, but no, you eat first, because I want you to feel full or satiated when you serve others. Because if you're serving the others from a place of, I really could be eating that myself, it's going to feel different. And the food will be different. I went, wow. Now, I get that. Now, some people won't. They go, it's ridiculous. The food's the food. But it doesn't. And sometimes you pick up the food with someone and you've been to dinner and you just go, I can feel you've put your heart into this.
Yes.
We use the language, but we don't necessarily appreciate what it means.
No. Yes. 100%. And plus, sometimes you might not sense the difference in the energy of the food, but maybe your stomach does. Yeah. And something is unwell and not so well because of the way it has been cooked.
Yeah. It doesn't digest as well.
It doesn't digest the same way, and your body is not able to take it in the same way because it has a different energy.
Yeah, so you can also have transactional dining and relational dining.
Yeah.
And we all know about the transactional ones. It feels awful.
It's very awful. Number one, I had to do it many years because of work. That's why I don't like sales but I don't like sales, but selling, let's say, and also not those kind for work. No. Why? Because I cannot do many things at the same time, let's say. So I'm concentrating on the listening, the conversation, and I get out of that meal and I don't know what I have eaten.
Yep. Yeah.
And plus, I get, the way I eat is different. So I get stomach ache because I eat air.
Yeah, and not chew. I'm just throwing it down my throat.
Yes, because I'm not sensing what I'm eating. I'm not tasting because I'm concentrating on something else. And so, no, it doesn't work for me because I'm just not able. And I always have stomach ache because I have eaten faster than usual and I take in air. So the air I have then in the stomach and it's very, very, very bad.
Yeah.
So, no, because then you are not enjoying the meal and the conversation, because it's a mind conversation. If it's selling, it depends on who you are interacting with. You're not having a heart-to-heart conversation and beingness when you might have it with your family and friends for when you're sharing, no? And you're eating. But those mind where they are saying numbers, where they're sharing, I don't know, products, all those things, you cannot be in your heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you have to process those things in the mind.
Yeah.
So you are not being. You're distracted.
Yeah. And so in an ideal, and I'm playing with this one now, in an ideal meal with someone or family, there should be periods of eating and talking. Almost like the waves of, so we're going to talk some now, so we're not eating, and then we're going to eat now, so we're not talking, and then continue. And almost as I'm saying it, it kind of feels the settling of the whole, settling down of everyone through that quiet, present eating and that quiet, present talking.
Yes.
I mean, I've just thought about it, and I haven't thought about it before, but it kind of changes everything.
Changes everything. And it's beautiful we're saying now, because I'm integrating it. Let's say I know that, but I have now a week with family, holiday, no? and week with my siblings, nephews, and my mom only. And it will be a very, very, very interesting and excellent opportunity to explore, experience, and practice, and especially practice, because of all the family, relationships and the things where they go on, and you are all the time together. So it's nice, because I will put my heart into the listening, not jumping and responding, and into the enjoyment and being gratitude to the food, because that's also honoring the food when we eat it like that, no?
Yes.
And the honoring of with who you are in a different way, because you are sharing and you are being in that moment and not in your mind triggered and all those things that can come out. But really practice the being in the heart and the meals.
Yep.
And how it really feels.
And encouraging others to notice. What are you noticing about this food? What are the tastes you're experiencing? What are the smells? What are the sensations in your mouth? I mean, I've done as part of an exercise to just take a simple raisin, hold it in your hand, and really look at it. Really just look at it, and then feel it, and then put it against your lips. Does it smell? If I squeeze it, can I hear it? And by now, trying to, just the moment you put it in your mouth, it's like, oh my God. And you've not even chewed it yet. So just hold it in your mouth and put it on your tongue and hold it there and just play with it. Don't chew it, just play it. And it's like, oh my God, let me just chew it, please. And when you do chew it, it just bursts. Right? And of course, you get the odd people go, oh, I'm allergic to raisins. And you're handing them out. Are your hands clean? Yes, okay. And all of that. And then you get the others go, oh my God, that was nice. Can I have another one? But the same is true, that if you're really focused inside like that, you couldn't have a conversation with someone. You couldn't, barely hearing the instructions, of course, right? But
listen.
But I think that's it. It's taken on a new meaning, that exercise, not even because of what we've talked about. That exercise is even more, for me, even more powerful.
Yes, because we are there. We are in the present.
Right.
Taking in from our senses, taking in, and from the inside also, in the feelings and in the sensations, taking in what it is. Yes.
And, and then you can, as you play with the food, opening it up, and you touched on the words, which is about gratitude, for the presence of the foods themselves, where they've come from, and the person or persons that were picking and collecting and growing them, etc. But also the person who's cooked it, how they've done, and how it's been brought to our table and arrived.
Yeah.
An appreciation comes in there.
Yes. Yes. And one thing that happens to me a lot, and that's why it will be a beautiful exploration and practicing, is the fact that when I'm with my family, with my nephews, and they eat very fast. So you have the plate, and they eat. So you get worried that you are not able to eat because they take,
Oh, sorry, yes. When you said they fast, they eat fast.
They eat fast, yeah.
Right, sorry.
They are fast.
They are fast at what they do, right.
They eat fast. So
Yes.
the mind, you're not there enjoying, you're in your mind to see if you're able to eat more.
Yeah.
No? So I will explore that, because I will look into this, really reinforce the fact to be present and to be there, listening and feeling the food and taking it in with this gratitude and see, because I will be more in my heart and not so much into all these things that the mind does, no? So yes, this is a very beautiful week to explore, experience, and practice. Yes.
Yeah. And this is one of those things that when you set it off like that, it has the potential they will remember it because it's so unusual. I did an exercise with just in pairs, and this pair I'm thinking about happened to be a romantic couple. And the opportunity was for one to speak for 5 minutes and the other to listen, and then to switch over. And they were in tears. Throughout it, they couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
And they'd never had that experience before, of being able to share whatever they were thinking without being interrupted or pushed back, and also never been heard and held in that particular way.
Yeah.
And so I think and they will remember that experience. And I think that when you do what you're talking about doing with your family, it just feels like a treasured experience to have. And how can we do more of that?
Yes.
And I'm thinking, because I'm going to be going to Antwerp in March, part of the global listening movement, and I'm going to suggest that we do that either at a lunch or a dinner, and just for a moment, and to just all pause and settle into and be fully present, not with each other, but with the food.
Yes.
For a couple of minutes, and then we could be back to being fully present with each other, etc. And notice. I think that's the key element in all of this: is notice, notice.
Notice, because you're present.
Yeah, and then when we do, we realize so much is going on.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So as I'm eating this and I'm chewing it and savoring it, and then I could feel it almost traveling down into my stomach and being received, and grateful for the time I've taken to be present with it.
Yes.
It's almost like my body's going, yeah. In fact, the idea of the body came up yesterday, and that phrase that the body is a temple, and because of the conversation, it changed my thinking of it, because it's something I've said before, as in looking after your body, because it's important. But I'm wondering, how much do I really look after it?
Yeah.
And if I was to be honest, I'm pretty good, but I still think it's about a 5 out of 10. And so, how do I eat? I probably eat like most of us do, and just it's transactional.
Yeah,
and I'm doing something else.
Yeah.
I don't notice what I've eaten.
Yeah.
And yet I'm eating good stuff.
Yes.
A muesli made by Molly,
With
from
love.
all the ingredients. Yes. But it's just mixed up with all the rest of my fruit and yogurt and honey and stuff. And it's shoveled down because I'm present with something else.
Yes.
So what is the impact of my eating? I'm not getting the best out of my eating because of it. I can demonstrate it when I'm with someone, but back to start looking here as well.
Yes, it's where we have to start. Change starts from within, from the heart.
Yeah.
Always from within.
And savor those first bites. How can we make each mouthful like a first bite?
Yes.
That's a bit harder, but you know what I mean. What I mean.
Yeah. And also, I guess we will feel satiated. You say that?
Satiated. Yeah.
Satiated. Before, because we've
Yes.
taken in
Yep.
so much from it, and there's no rush.
Yeah. I think it was Paul McKenna, who's written numerous books. He was a hypnotherapist, numerous books on things. But one of the things he talks about eating, he says very simple: eat what you want.
Yeah.
Don't be distracted. Chew your food properly, like we were taught.
Yes.
And when you feel full, stop.
Yes.
That's it. And the latter one is interesting, because if we've shoveled it in, we've already put in too much, because the body is still processing. Right? Well,
Yes.
Whoa, stop. Right? So you stop eating now, but I'm still processing all the stuff that's still coming.
Yes. Yes.
But I've already eaten. So even when our body says stop and we stop, the chances are, because of the way we've shoveled it down, we've eaten more than we needed.
Yes. Always 100%, because you haven't been taking the time for each bite to process what we're eating.
Yeah. Extraordinary.
Yes.
What a wonderful hour, my friend.
Yes, I love it. Always. I was so
Thank
happy
you
this
so
morning.
much.
Yes.
What a lovely conversation as well.
Yes. Always.
Lots to think about and take away.
Yes.
You're going to have fun with your family.
I will, because I will really explore a lot.
Yeah. And you're looking really well, by the way.
Thank you.
There's a real sparkle, which means you're enjoying life.
Yes, I am being very much present, but also because of you today. Really, I love it. And then this morning I was getting ready after the swimming, and I said, today I have Colin. That's so nice. I was looking forward.
But likewise, when it's in the diary, it's like,
yeah.
So we get another date.
Yes.
Do you want to